Speaking of sleep, sometimes you probably feel like you just aren't getting enough good night's sleep. Turns out the environment can have an impact on that, Christina.
Yeah, it certainly can, especially this time of the year. You factor in the heat, the humidity, the longer daylight hours that naturally go in effect during the summertime. So, of course, lots to look forward to this time of year. You're talking vacations, just all around summertime happiness, right?
Yes, exactly.
What's not on that list, though? Trouble sleeping.
It's never on the list for me.
No.
Any time of year.
No, of course not. So I actually spoke with an expert about this, and here's what he had to say.
Pollution, heat, and late sunsets can contribute to why you aren't getting a restful night's sleep. Dr. Bhatnagar from the U of L Environment Institute says the pollution does not just affect the air quality outside.
If you're exposed to high levels of air pollution, particularly forest fires, that it could interrupt or disrupt your sleep quality, and that even though you may have air conditioning and closed windows, there is also some infiltration of these air particles inside the bedroom, and that interferes with your sleep efficiency.
Disrupted sleep can not only make you feel lousy, it can also lead to long-term health problems.
But in the long run, compromised sleep could increase the risk of diabetes and obesity, as well as cardiovascular disease, and that might lead to long-term health consequences. Interrupted sleep could also increase the risk of neurodegenerative diseases, dementia, and Alzheimer's disease.
While we can't escape the weather being hot and the sun being out longer, there are many ways to negate having a sleepless summer. In addition to keeping a quiet sleep environment and blocking out any light with thick curtains, turn that thermostat down.
Temperatures that between 65 and 75, they say, but usually for some people between 65 and 70. So cold temperatures are actually very important.
Of course, it can vary from person to person.
There's a degree of personal comfort too. You need to be able to feel like you can relax and have a safe, comfortable environment to get a restful sleep.
So temperature, low humidity, you have to have complete darkness and being quiet.
It's an interesting subject,
Yeah,
right?
we've just been chatting about this during the story, just trying to figure out kind of what I'm doing wrong because of how early we have to get up sometimes.
I know, and I talked to him about my schedule as well. You know, sometimes, of course, you want to have that routine, but it's not always possible.
Exactly.
So there's things that you can do just to at least make it better, and sometimes that includes maybe taking a nap. And they even told me that whether it's a cat nap or, say, an hour or two nap, any sleep there is beneficial.
Okay.
And you do want to do it in the right environment, as he was mentioning there. You want the cool conditions out there and very dark inside the room. Is when you'll get the best quality of sleep.